Yes.
So that motion's carried. We're now out of closed session, going back into open session. I just need the deputy to tell me if we're going to stream.
Yep, we're good.
So I have a motion moved by Councillor Olson and seconded by Councillor Niznik. Be it resolved that the Chief Administrative Officer be and is hereby authorized to undertake the directions provided during the in-camera meeting of May 17th, 2023. And if there's no discussion on that, I'll start with the vote. Councillor Eckhart?
Yes.
Councillor Hildebrand?
Yes.
Councillor Kerr?
Yes.
Councillor Niznik?
Yes.
Councillor Olson? Yes. Councillor Wink?
Yes.
And Mayor Junkin.
Yes.
So now my understanding is that we've received our legal advice and advice concerning the security of municipal property on the lifted item 8.1.1. And now it's up to council if you want to present a motion for consideration.
Yes. Before we do any more, entertain a motion, is any other comments on the general discussion? And if not, we will indeed entertain a motion. No, there doesn't seem to be any need for any further discussion. Is there anyone who would like to bring forth a motion? Councillor Olson. Councillor Olson.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would move that town staff be directed to undertake. How would I say this? We want to get to a municipal drain, but we have to have as a signatory
First sign.
initiate the process of establishing a municipal drain.
Okay. So to be clear, Councillor, I guess there's actually three things that we could do. Number one, call a public meeting on the affected area. Two, wait for a signature and be the second signature on the petition. Or three, we could be the primary signing of the petition. Do you have a preference to put in your motion?
Well, I always prefer to have an annual or a meeting. You know, that's a public meeting. But I think we should sign in support of a petition, but not be the initiator of it.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Is there a seconder for what Councillor Olson is proposing in his motion? Basically a meeting, was that right? Yes?
Correct.
Okay. And then you would rather us be the second signer, or?
I would prefer to be the second signer.
Yeah, okay, so Mr. CIA, that we follow up, that we should have the meeting first?
Perhaps we could slightly reword
Oh,
that then.
okay.
I beg pardon, thank you. Perhaps, and I'm welcome either clerk or deputy clerk to help me amend if I butcher this, but that staff be directed to invite all residents of the Far Weber Road area, all potentially affected owners of property, to attend a voluntary public meeting to be held at the MCC in the month of July, to discuss and review the potential and the ramifications of a municipal drain, and then a second direction would be, and should it, as a result of that meeting, if a petition for a municipal drain should be initiated by any private property owner in said vicinity or said watershed, that the town clerk be directed to sign on behalf of the corporation.
How are you making out?
As a participant. That, I think that gets us the meeting, and if a third party, a private property owner initiates, then we would come on. Or I think that accomplishes the two.
Councillor Olson, that hit the high points?
That's much better said than I said it, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, to the Ms. Sturton, or whoever.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Through you, I think Ms. Weens and I likely have the same comment that we'd like the word landowner to be part of that resolution, whether it's a participatory landowner or something of that nature. So I would suggest be directed to sign on behalf of the corporation as a participatory landowner.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Councillor Kurt?
Only one minor change I would make to it, because we keep identifying Far Road and that. I think it should be all landowners within the watershed area identified by the consultant's report be invited. I think that's, it's less restrictive than giving it a road-specific identification. Now at least we have a piece of paper upon which to identify. So all landowners that
As
would likely
identified
be,
in the consultant
yes,
report. Yeah.
I think be invited.
Yep. How are you doing, Mr. Clerk?
I think I have it, and I'm sure Sarah does, so.
Oh,
So if council needs to have it read back, or are you comfortable now
no, I
with the
think we should
discussion?
have it read back.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
so first of all, we only have a mover, so I do need a seconder.
Oh, okay, Councillor Wink?
So, be gentle. Staff be directed. So I have a motion moved by Councillor Olson, seconded by Councillor Wink, that staff be directed to host a public meeting for landowners on drainage issues and options of a municipal drain in July for the, sorry, we'll go back and say all landowners within the entire watershed for a meeting in July. And as a result, should a drainage petition come forward, the town clerk be directed to sign as a property owner on behalf of the corporation. Does that capture everything?
Councillor Olson?
I think it does. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, excellent. All other councillors are good with that? Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? If not, we'll call the vote.
So commencing with the vote, Councillor Kerr,
Yes.
Councillor Wink,
Yes.
Councillor Hildebrand. Yes. Councillor Niznik,
Yes. Yes.
Councillor Eckhart,
Yes.
and Councillor Olson,
Yes.
Mayor Junkin.
Yes?
So that motion is carried. Thank you. Moves us to agenda item number 17, the confirmatory bylaw. We have a motion moved by Councillor Eckhart and seconded by Councillor Olson. Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read a first and second and third time and passed, being a bylaw number 36-2023 to adopt, ratify, and confirm the proceedings of council of the town of Pelham at its regular meeting held on the 17th day of May 2023.
Any discussion? Not seeing any?
Commencing the vote with Councillor Hildebrand.
Yes.
Councillor Kerr.
Yes.
Councillor Niznik.
Yes.
Councillor Olson.
Yes.
Councillor Wink.
Yes.
Councillor Eckhart.
Yes.
And Mayor Junkin.
Yes.
So that motion's carried. I have a motion moved by Councillor Wink and seconded by Councillor Hildebrand. Be it resolved that the regular meeting of council be adjourned until the next regular meeting scheduled for June 7th, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Seeing no discussion?
Commencing the vote with Councillor Kerr,
Yes.
Councillor Niznik,
Yes.
Councillor Olson,
Yes.
Councillor Wink,
Yes.
Councillor Eckhart,
Yes.
Councillor Hildebrand, and Mayor Junkin.
Yes.